Hello! Today I'm gonna show you a birthday card. It's actually 4 different versions of one birthday card that I made. They are pretty stylish, I would say. They are kind of fancy, but they are not so special. They are pretty simple, but in a way kind of stylish. This one, if you open it up, it says Hjärtliga gratulationer, which means belated birth. No, not belated. It's like congratulations, heart full of congratulations or something like that. And there you can see 60. This is going to a 60-year-old lady, and you can see those gold sparkles there. And that's that card. Then we have this card. This is more for a nature person, sort of brownish, with a brown ribbon and some gold there, also gold. And this says grattis, and there's a little heart there and some embellishments on the inside. Then we have this card that says also 50. This is 50, the other one says 60, and it has a ribbon there and different kind of pattern paper, as you can see, and a little bit of different kind of gold embellishments there. And then we finally have this one that has different kind of ribbon. It doesn't have a bow here, it has a heart, and it says grattis, and when you open it up it's a gold heart, and you can write your greeting here. And these cards were really easy to make. They are pretty similar, but they have a little bit of difference, and they are really easy to make. I started with, actually I can show you, I started with these ready cut out papers. They look like this, and this paper is not pure white or ivory. It's not really so white. It has this really small texture. Maybe you can see better here. It has these really small particles on it, sort of like hair. But it's not really like hair, but it's not pure white. It has some kind of texture to it, some kind of small lines. And these are, you get 15 for 2 and 50, and they are A5. That means 21 centimeters by 14.8 centimeters. And you get them like these. I really love them because they are already cut, so I don't have to do all the cutting, because usually I buy a really big card stock and I have to cut out the squares and everything, the measurements. But this comes ready scored, and they have this heart. I don't have a big heart punch. I really want one, but I don't have one, so this happened to have already a punched out heart. And this is the valley fold. No, this is the valley fold, and this is the mountain fold. But although it was like this, so you're pretty much supposed to bend it this way, I did bend them the other way. And that was cool. It's totally okay to do that. You don't have to follow the valley and the mountain folds, score lines. You can just bend them either way you want. So that's how I got this basic card shape. Really easy. And then, as you can see on these cards, they have sprinkled gold particles on them. The original card doesn't have that. So how to make that was really easy. All you need is Perfect Pearls by Ranger. This is acid free, so they are good for photos as well. This is Perfect Gold, and they are really small particles of gold dust, as you can see there. And the thing you do is you take some water with a brush, just normal water, you dip it in, and then you just do this movement like this. So you sprinkled on that small gold thingy, but make sure the brush is wet. And it's kind of good if you have a harsh brush. It doesn't need to be so soft. This is really harsh. So just make it really wet, dip it in the jar, and then just sprinkle it on like that. And that's how you get these nice big particles of gold. If you want something smaller, you don't want these big clumps of gold. If you want something smoother, then you should take one of these. This is an old hairspray bottle, but you can have a mini mister. I have those as well, but since I use gold the most, my mini mister always runs out. So I took a slightly bigger than a mini mister, filled it with water. You put this, maybe a half teaspoon for this. For a mini mister you could use even less, and then you just shake it and then you sprinkle it on like that, and then you get a really nice even shine. I didn't do that for any of this. Maybe this one is the closest. It's just a little bit of gold there. The more you sprinkle, the more gold you will get, but that you will get an even nice touch of gold. But this way, with the brush, you will get big clumps of gold like that. So I thought it was nicer for this card. And then when I had this hole here, so I just, with this brush that still had water and gold on, I had the card closed and I went around like this with the brush, and then when you open it up you will have a heart there that is goldy, and you can put a sticker here. This is a sticker, gold sticker that says gratis, which means congratulations. So when you open it up you will have a heart there if you do it like that. So I thought that was kind of nice, so I used this as a template to create this heart on the inside. Then all these papers here, they are just different kinds of pattern paper. Some have these hearts on with birds, and these are ribbons beneath. If you wonder what kind of scissor I used to get these lines here, it was a scissor by Fiskars that says Victorian. And that's how I got that shape. They all have the same shape. Some I put the ribbon on with double-sided tape. On the other ones I put it underneath. This one has always also underneath. You can't really see it because it was one of these. And this is really, you see through it so well, so you don't really see it there. But on this I put on, those that have these bows, I always like to put on my bows with hot melting glue gun. So these are the sort of the melting glue. They are actually plastic. It heats them up and they will stick for sure. Don't use double-sided tape. Don't use all those kind of small doodle dots or whatever, or glue, normal glue. They just won't hold. Use the hot melting glue gun. They will hold for sure and you will have a nice card. But be careful with your fingers. Then these actually here are stickers, these golden lines. I have a few different. They are just normal stickers. I think they cost €1 a piece, and they are just, you can peel them off. This is just one of that I have. I have more than these, different kind of shapes, and also these are stickers, some gold thingies. There's another one inside, and the gratis and the hjärtliga gratulationer, they are also stickers. I didn't have stickers with numbers, so to get this 50 and to get that 60 I had to use embossing powder. And make sure that you always use an anti-static pillow before. This is filled with hearts. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it at English, but this is sort of like small powder particles. You use it when you play a violin or a cello. You put it on the what is it called? The thing that you play with, the thing that you have in your hand. I play cello, so I use that hearts for my thing that I stroke the cello with. But you can always, this is also very good because it's anti-static. So before you do any stamping, just go around like this. That will put on some small powder on this one. And then you just take a stamp and stamp it, and then you sprinkled on the embossing powder. And when you do that, if you have any small particles left around the stamps, be sure to tap it on the back side like this and they will fall off. If you don't use this pillow, if you have any kind of fat from fingers or any grease, you will have these to stick to them, and when you heat them with the heating gun, don't use a not a hairbrush, don't use a hair blower, dry blower, don't use that one. You need one of these. These get more hot and they don't blow so hard, so all those small particles will not fly away. You need one of these. So you will, if you don't use this one, you will have a lot of smears around. So always use this little pillow. I'm not sure what it's called, just a pillow with some it feels like flour, but it's not flour. It's hearts, but I don't know how to pronounce that. I read somewhere that it was hearts, so musical people use it, but also crafty people. And these are just some powders by Ranger. And oh, when you do this, you will need a special kind of ink. So I have this Inked Up. This is a pigment ink, so it will dry really slow, and this is acid free, and also raised pad. Oh, raised pad. Sorry, that's nothing special. This is acid free and non-toxic, but I used to fill it up with Top Boss acid-free embossing fluid, and these are just clear, so they will dry really slow, so you have time to put on the sprinkle stuff. And that's how I got the numbers. As you can see, they don't really look like stamps. They don't really look like stickers. They have this other kind of textures, but they are still nice. And what else did I do with these cards? Just put my little signature stamps on, stickers on the back there, and oh yeah, when you wonder about this one, where did I get that one from? This is a handmade sticker, but I didn't do it myself. It's actually a sticker from Focus, and they are handmade pictures, and that's, for example, one of those and one of those. There are different kinds of stickers, so I just happen to have one of those, and it has a double-sided adhesive on the back side, so you just put it there and it looks nice. You could do this yourself if you wanted to, if you had rhinestones and heart punches, but since I don't have heart punches, I just used a ready-made sticker. And that's pretty much how you do this card. They are nothing special, but I think they kind of look nice. And this one is kind of plain, but I didn't want to overdo it and make too much on it, so I let it be like that. They're kind of girly, so if you have any questions, let me know. And thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.